Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to today's random game of the day, which is Deadly Towers. Now, I'm sure that quite a few people have probably heard about this game, and you've probably heard that it's not super great. And I can definitely understand, the people who think that, because there are a lot of flaws with this game. But you have to look back and look at, NES games, and they're definitely not like games today. There are a lot of NES games out there that will just throw you into these completely, massive mazes and not explain a single thing that you're supposed to do. And Deadly Towers is definitely one of those games. It's also a very difficult game and unforgiving game. On top of the fact that it makes absolutely no sense, although, I say that, although there is some kind of crazy story going on here that I'm not even explaining, because I honestly actually don't really know it myself. Deadly Towers is kind of an interesting thing. I bought it from a friend many years ago, who he didn't want it anymore, and I think I paid $5 or $10 for it from him. And this was before I really got into collecting, and I hadn't bought a new NES game in a while, so I was like, Deadly Towers, it kind of looks like Zelda, so maybe it kind of is like Zelda, and I bought it, and it's not that much like Zelda. I mean, if you compare Zelda and Deadly Towers beside each other, obviously anyone is going to pick Zelda. I think that these actually came out in the same year in North America. Could be wrong about that. I think that Deadly Towers also won some award or something for being a best-selling NES game back in the day. I mean, I'm not kidding you. The Wikipedia article did say that. Now, I know that this is a YouTube video, and it's not like, a university essay, where it's acceptable to use Wikipedia as one of your references, so I really shouldn't be doing that. But I did read it on there, so you can go and check it out for yourself if someone has not already changed it. Why is there already W's and J's entered as a password? Pretty much when you press start on the title screen, it takes you to the password check, no matter what you do, even though I don't really have a password, so I'm guessing that all those random W's and J's did absolutely nothing. So here we have Deadly Towers. You are a guy walking around, you get attacked by fire, and you shoot swords. And it's pretty great. You can only have one sword on the screen at a time, so if you miss an enemy, you have to wait until that sword disappears before you can shoot again, and that becomes quite a massive pain. There are various things that you can do outside here, like there's a door there that does not open until much later, but I think for now we are going to go in this door here. Also, it's interesting to note that you can walk diagonally. How many NES games could you actually walk diagonally, rather than just, up, down, left, and right? So yeah, this is going to be the game of being attacked by, random shapes. This is kind of like Marble Madness Adventure Edition. And look at how many freaking hits that thing took. Oh yeah, I just picked up a coin thing. Basically, as I should point out, the stat screen here. We have, obviously, hit points. We have Letter, which is, the completely creative name for money in this game. We have bells at on the top right side there, which kind of, I think we need to destroy 4 of them or 7 of them or something like that. For those of you who actually read the story, congratulations. We have things for defense like armor, and we have items at the bottom, but we have nothing at the moment, as it says. And yeah, this is the thing where, this game, you're going to see, very quickly why people don't really like it. What have I, 30 seconds in, I'm already down to 38 out of 100 HP. This is a ledge right here. You can jump off it and commit suicide if you really don't want to play anymore. But we're not going to do that at the moment. Also, I don't exactly remember where I'm supposed to go, because like I said, and I haven't played this game in quite a while, though I did have a lot of fun with it a few years back, where I actually did try to get kind of serious with it. Although that did not really go anywhere. Yeah, we'll see what happens today. Also, yeah, sometimes enemies do drop hearts and they heal 10 or something. Considering that hits take off 20 or 30, and these things take a billion hits to die, hearts aren't going to help us too much. And also we have, flames coming up from the ground here. It's pretty incredible. So yeah, it's really a pretty massive maze, I have to admit. Knowing where to go is definitely not an easy thing. Also, we just kind of picked up a heart container there, which is pretty great. Our max health is now 110. Although that extra 10 is not really going to do too much, although, after a while, all of those 10s eventually will add up. And man, those things really do take a million hits. Let's see, is there anything over here worth noting? Does not appear to be. So you don't want to jump off ledges again. I don't really know why they're there. Sometimes the pushback from enemies can knock you off of them, and it's really cheap. Also, oh yeah, we have a, mini boss here. I kind of completely forgot that this existed. I'm dead! And you turn into Missing No when you die. The main character from Deadly Towers, Spirit, passes on into Pokemon Blue to haunt your game and duplicate your items. Game over. There is your super incredible password. Luckily, you lose. It shoves your password right in there, so you can kind of continue with the stats that you died with. Although, I mean, yeah, obviously you're going to have to write that down, and you're going to have to enter it again if you start to, you turn it off and play again. So our max is still 110, but it does not start you with 110. Unfortunately, we need to find a heart before we are truly at max health. But anyway, not so much fooling around this time. Let's just kind of make a mad dash back to where that dragon was. And man, that guy was kind of cheap. He hit me right when I went through the door. Is this the room? No, it's not. Here's another heart container thing. I believe those come back every time you die, so I think you can kind of grind on them? Maybe. I could be remembering that wrong. But anyway, let's just kind of proceed on here. Is there anything in here even? No, we have a dead end. This is absolutely fantastic. Oh, okay, that's right. There are sometimes... Yeah, okay, grasp this right for a second. There are random locations around the castle that are 100% completely unmarked that will teleport you to a dungeon thing. So you pretty much have to walk on every single tile of every single room of every single area to find everything in this game. That is absolutely fantastic. And wow, I entered the room and it's like instant damage because this, like, whatever the heck it is, rose from the ground. And yeah, so, I mean, I'm sure that people are starting to see this game's flaws. It has its good points. I mean, 1987, there weren't too many, free-roaming adventure games like this. So, I mean, the standards hadn't really been established yet. I mean, of course, there are some things that they should have just instantly realized were stupid ideas. So I don't really know why they didn't do anything about those things. But I mean, yeah. So now we're kind of going through this random dungeon because I accidentally stepped on a random spot on the map that had, a dungeon hidden on it, which is pretty great. And there's no map in this game. Oh yeah, if you thought you were getting any kind of navigation, you were kidding yourself. So I have no idea where I'm going at all. I don't even know if, like, Nintendo Power had a map of this. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Also, yeah, so we're just kind of attacking this thing. Can I just kind of stand here and do this? Yes, we can. That is one good thing about this game. When you hit an enemy, it will sometimes stun them. So you can kind of just, like, rapid fire on them like that. And they won't have any chance to move. Okay, we have a thing in the middle of this room. Does this do anything? It does not appear to do anything. This is pretty fantastic. So yeah, where am I even going? I have no idea. And wow, so yeah, knockback kind of pushed me out of that room. I can kind of tell that the game does not want me to go in there. So let's see, where are we going? Everything starts to look the same too. I mean, it's not like you could even be like, oh yeah, I've played this game so many times that I know exactly where I am. Well, okay, those guys I know do massive damage. I mean, this game, everything looks exactly the same. And this game also has no kind of, concept of perception. So as you saw, I walked into his face and died. Meanwhile, in, a decent game, like Star Tropics 2, where sometimes sprites are kind of tall like that, it will still recognize that you're not on the exact same plane as the enemy. So, like, you can kind of walk behind it, but, Deadly Towers does not do that. Oh, man, what are we, almost like 10 minutes in now? We've gotten pretty much nowhere. We picked up 2 kind of heart container things. But other than that, I mean, man, progress is not a thing in this video, that's for sure. Do heart containers come back? Let's go in this door and find out. Yes, they do. So pretty much every time you die, you can pick up another heart container. But of course, I mean, when you respawn, you do not start with, your max health. And man, this game's, man, I don't know how exactly they expected to get by that without being, like, slaughtered. But yeah, so, I mean, you could be like, yeah, I can just kind of grind for, like, tons of health all day long, but it doesn't help you too much when, like, it doesn't actually give you that health when you get game over. Anyway, this is kind of that spot where you just, like, mash rapidly. And yeah, you do that. And that works out somewhat well. Okay, yeah, so we're kind of moving along here. Although I'm sure it won't be long before you know another... Ah! And that's what those ledges do, because I know everyone was just waiting for a demonstration of it. Oh, man. Where will we actually get anywhere? So let's see. If we go to the right, and we don't go in this door, people are probably wondering what is over there. Also, yeah, there's no run button, so we have to walk this slow for, like, ever. Actually, I forget if there is ever any way to walk faster. Actually, I forget what a lot of the items in this game are. Like I said, I've never really beat this game. There was a time when I actually tried to, get far in this game, and it didn't end up going too well. But yeah, so let's see. If we go over here... Oh. Okay, there's another kind of secret thing, and darn, I have no idea where we are again. I kind of figured that there was one of those over here. I thought I remembered that. But yeah, see, this could be somewhere that we were last time. This could be somewhere completely different. I have no idea where we are, and now I'm kind of stuck. Also, I can't even see my health at the top because the room is so bright. Like, that's kind of a pretty massive flaw. What is this? I thought it was a tomato on the floor. I have no idea what is going on. Yeah. Okay, wow, I actually somehow made it out of there alive. Now we have a... like, the jello fell onto the floor or something like that. I have no idea what things in this game are supposed to be. And that room is just a dead end. So, like, I don't think that if you kill all of the enemies in the room in this game, you know, it's like Zelda, a treasure chest will appear. I'm pretty sure that never happens. So if you see a dead end room like that, I think you should probably just run. I think. And again, I'm not, you know, Deadly Towers extraordinaire expert here, so let's not trust me. If it says it on Wikipedia, trust it, but, you know, just don't listen to me. Well, okay, that was fair. That was completely fair. Why am I even surprised by this at this point? Like, seriously. Oh, man. Okay, so that's enough of the stupid secret hidden dungeon of mystery thing that hasn't benefited us at all. I know that there are, like, items hidden in that dungeon thing and stores where you can buy some pretty decent stuff. Like, I think, like, better swords, better armor. But there's no way you're ever going to find it unless you go look up, like, a map on Google or something like that. Or has anyone even actually played this game enough to map it out? That is one of life's greatest mysteries, to be sure. Okay, let's go past that dragon thing again. We kind of got ripped off the last time we did that because we got pushed off the edge. But let's not screw it up this time. Kind of destroy this guy. Like, I mean, it's nice that we can kill him so easily, but again, I mean, your game's kind of flawed when you can just mash the A button and kill a mini-boss like that. Like, seriously. Okay, anyway. Oh, we have another heart container, although, yes. Also, sometimes just the way that the walls are, you'll sometimes kind of get, like, stuck. And it's like, why am I even getting stuck inside of this wall? And again, I don't understand whose idea it was to give these random blue circles so much health. Like, is there any reason for them to be so strong? Clearly, they ate their fruits and vegetables 5 times a day. Alright, what are we doing here? Man, you know, fire... Why is there so much, like, alive fire here? Also, I don't know why I'm checking the corner for secrets, considering I don't really want to find any, because so far, finding secrets has been a bad thing, rather than a good thing. Alright, we have left and right. I think I want to go left. I think. Again, I don't remember. Let's just hope I'm remembering. And man, why do scorpions take so many hits? Everything in this game takes a billion hits. And another heart container. It'd be nice if at least when you picked it up, it like gave you 10 more health. Or like, you know, like an additional 10 to whatever you currently have and not just increase your max. But nope, this game does not think like that. Also, what is inside of this door? Please don't die. It just kind of goes on. Okay, there's a heart at least. It would be nice if your character was like always centered in the screen. I mean, it's hard to kind of know what's coming up when there's only like a quarter of the screen, you know, like in front of you and 3/4 of it behind you. So, I mean, really, who cares what the heck is really behind you? So, okay, let's kind of proceed on. So I guess we have no choice but to go right here. And we have more fire coming after us. Yeah, the enemies are kind of getting repetitive, but who is even surprised by that? Okay, we have a path. Ooh, we're kind of going backwards now? I have no idea. What the heck is even going on here? I'm being attacked by the puddle of goo. Okay. Should I go down or should I continue to the right? Let's go in here. Okay. Can I spam you too, just like the last boss? I wonder how many people didn't realize you could do that and had like the hardest time ever with these bosses or like mini bosses or enemies or whatever the heck they're supposed to be. I mean, they're definitely not bosses. Just wait until you see a real boss, and you'll be like, yeah, definitely no one in the entire world ever beat this game. That's only if we actually make it to a boss, and I don't have high hopes for that, I have to admit. So, okay, let's see. Let us see. What is even going on here? Will something happen after I enter this door? Maybe. Okay, so wow, we have like a music change. We have the, you know, the stat screen here. Let's just have a look at that for a second. And, okay, so... yeah, I mean, we have, like, flames up here. I think you're supposed to do something with that flame. I think that you're supposed to, like, put it out? Or are you supposed to walk... no, you're not supposed to walk into it. I know that there's something that flame does, although I'm not entirely sure what. And at this point, I'm not going to walk into it and kill myself. However, in this area, there are these doors, and they lead to different towers. You know, get it? Deadly towers. And the goal is to climb each of them and, you know, fight a boss at the top and do a thing. So I guess we'll enter this, and we will go to wherever this place is. And we'll see just how high we get here. Oh man. I know that there are also secret areas hidden as you climb the towers. And sometimes they will lead you to areas with items that will be useful. Although, of course, I have absolutely no idea where any of them are. So I don't have high hopes for this in the slightest. I also don't feel like spending 1,000 hours looking for these secrets. Also, what is this hole? I don't even know. But yeah, we are climbing the deadly towers now. I have 16 health left, which, I mean, it's 16, so it's probably good for like one hit. I'm sure that we have absolutely no room for error here. So don't even worry about that. But yeah, I know that this game has secrets hidden. It's one of those NES games where it's like, let's hide secrets in places that aren't even clearly marked. That will be fun. But I mean, honestly, I mean, back then, this was like the only game you had. Searching for things like that, I guess, you know, was just another part of the game. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be murdered by a random bat. Is there anything around here? No, there's not. It's kind of like Super Pitfall. Just have to jump around and find all of the randomly placed items. Also, here comes the bat, darn it. Man, that pattern is not easy to follow when you have one of the worst items ever. So, I mean, it's like you miss, and you're waiting 3 years before you can shoot again. And these freaking balls take so many hits. Okay. At least we're starting to build up some cash in case we do find the store. We might actually be able to buy something useful, would you believe it? I definitely would not. Okay. Luckily, these enemies don't really tend to shoot, so I mean, that is the one good thing about your weapon. I mean, it's actually a good thing and a bad thing. I mean, the fact that, I mean, you shoot, and if you miss, you have to wait until it goes off screen before you can use it again, but I mean, at least your weapon actually has long range. At least it's not this incredibly short weapon that they're forcing you to, mean, you go, like, you know, go right up beside enemies to use. I mean, at least you do have a bit of distance to work with here. Which, I mean, it would be pretty bad if you didn't have that. Hey! I found the parallel zone! Whoa! Parallel zone is not safe! Why did I even want to find that? That continues along the line of, I mean, wow, secrets in this game absolutely suck. I mean, yeah, I found the secret! Oh, it killed me. Great. Fantastic. So where do we start? Man, so look at that. Look how far we walked. And you screw up there and it still boots you back to the beginning. So, I mean, it's like, man. It doesn't really give you too much of a chance. I mean, it's like you mess up on the tower, it could at least start you at the beginning of that tower. Like, instead of, you know, booting you all of the way back to the beginning. So yeah, I guess we'll try one more time? I have no idea how this is going to go. Alright. Let us continue on through the crazy zone. Okay, so we go in here. We have the dragon that you just kind of do this for like 30 seconds. Grab that, grab that. And let's see here. We got you. I think it's time for some super speed up mode. I don't have any commentary to work with here. It's kind of like, yeah, we saw this already. I've made the jokes about how the enemies in this game suck. I've explained how much things about this game suck, so I'll see you in a second. Actually, we didn't go right last time. So I guess we'll check that out. Is there actually anything useful over here? I'm not getting stuck on this random stupid post that does absolutely nothing. And what is this guy trying to do? At least he dropped a heart. I guess I won't complain about that. Ooh, what is this? Actually, I probably don't even want to know what this is, do I? I don't trust this? I guess that's what, like, I'm thinking right now? Okay, these scorpions would just kind of go away. Can I kill these things? Okay, I mean, the scorpions I know I can kill. Can I kill these guys? Maybe not? Okay, so I'm going to continue and see what's over here to the right. Oh. Okay. So clearly I'm not getting through there. I mean, I like how well that was programmed. It's not like, make them close together when you go between them. It was just, make them close together when you walk on, like, this kind of same, you know, horizontal plane as them. Anyway, I guess I could shoot them all day, and it's going to do absolutely nothing. Alright then. Let's just continue on here. I guess we can, you know, once again, commence the speed up! Actually, I don't think we ever went down, so... Oh! I completely should have seen that coming. I should have freaking seen that coming. Oh my gosh, this game. Oh, it's not the worst game I've ever played. I mean, people bash this game a lot, and I'm sure a lot of the people bashing the game probably haven't even played it themselves. They're probably just like, oh, I've heard that Deadly Towers is bad, therefore I have the right to bash it all day long. I mean, it has a lot of flaws. I mean, especially since one of the biggest flaws is that, I mean, it's almost unplayable considering how weird and difficult it is. I mean, difficulty's not a bad thing, but this game has a really kind of strange form of difficulty that you can't understand until you play it. Plus, there's a lot of really unfair things about it, too. But man, changed into a man. So, that's Deadly Towers. I mean, that's like pretty much the Deadly Towers experience right there. You could grind, I mean, and play this like 5 hours a day and just like train like heck. Maybe you would have a chance, but there's no way that, I mean, without massive dedication, you will ever get anywhere in this game. And you know what? That's why Game Genie was invented. So I think it's about time I broke the heck out of this thing, because I know that this game has some awesome cheats. So I will see you in the next part.